Hot shit, pop shit, Twitter can't stop shit, man. I keep been having, man. You know what the fuck going on? Free to Z. Dope boy, Nike, push my chicken on.
Was YNW Melly's, but they didn't say while they were questioning her what the fingerprints were for. Maybe we'll find that out here in a minute, but needless to say, you didn't need to watch that part, so let's keep it trucking. The next thing that the prosecution does here is they enter into evidence some extra surveillance footage that they said that they was going to have, and they do have, that shows YNW Melly basically at the studio before he got in the car and before all of this goes down. And sure enough, in that footage, just like the prosecution said, you can see YNW Melly and the two victims and another guy get into the car that was sprayed up when Bortland ended up at that hospital that night. Then they take a short recess, and then they come back, and this guy right here takes the stand, and this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. So this is the guy who, after
moving on to the next photo. What are we looking at in here? I'm going to zoom in here to the hood area.
That is another piece of evidence tape used to seal the vehicle in the same way that we sealed the premises prior to a search warrant. The vehicle and all its entries are sealed prior to the search warrant being executed.
So, for example, now looking at the screen down here at the bottom of the passenger side doors. That red item, is that the same evidence tape we've been looking at?
Yes, it is.
Moving on to the next photo. What are we looking at in this image?
This is showing the front passenger side portion of the vehicle.
Moving on to the next photo.
This is showing the exterior of the front passenger side and rear passenger side doors.
man, look at all the bullet holes. So remember that YNW Melly was saying that he was in a drive-by. They're saying that YNW Melly staged the drive-by, but either way, this is what the side of the car looked like when it was all said and done, and you could tell it got hit a bunch.
All these are to document the vehicle in which I found it when I responded to the search warrant, and all photos are taken prior to execution of the search warrant.
The first photo that we're looking at here, we're now inside the vehicle. Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what you're documenting in this photo.
From here, I took photos of the exterior of the vehicle. Then the doors of the vehicle were opened up, and as is, without anything being moved or disturbed, photographs of the interior of the vehicle were collected.
So you say without being anything moved or disturbed.
You know, highlight clips going around online of the judge like trying to confirm hard that this was indeed marijuana that they found. And you can see what they're trying to do here in the first video. They were trying to tame the gang activity. Now they're trying to tame the drugs. So you guys can kind of see the narrative that they're painting as this thing goes on.
What are we looking at here?
Yes, ma'am. This was a combination of items that were found in the pocket behind the seat. May I look at my report
Yes,
again?
if you need to.
Holy shit, is that a Bible with blood on it, bro? Oh my god. This is craziness.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall what part of the car that projectile was recovered from?
I'm pretty sure that was inside of the seat.
Cool. Basically, the crime scene, we got to kind of see where the prosecution is going to go with this case. They're going to try to use the projectile evidence against Melly as this thing goes forward. I would be interested to see what other witnesses are going to come forward. I would imagine that Portland is probably going to take the stand at some point, considering that this whole thing hinges kind of on a statement, a testimony that he gave to the police when he was first arrested. So I would like to see if he's going to testify. I know yesterday we seen that YNW Melly's attorney was kind of laying the blame on Portland. So is YNW Melly going to testify and say something to that effect? We don't know. We'll have to wait.
Get the brawling in the club like a nigga playing hockey. 4-5 on me, 2-3, they can't stop. Shot stick, get the bus and get the ducket like okay. Hot shit, pop shit, 12 can't stop shit, man. I keep been having, man. You know what the fuck going on for this Z. Dope boy, Nike, express my chain on.